In typical African communities, hunters were usually respected. They were known to be men of strength, of speed, of great charisma, of stamina to fight, and full of charm and African traditional power. My father told me a story of a great hunter in a village. Of course, the man is late, but he was a man who recorded great success in his hunting adventures. The community gave him traditional title in honor and recognition of his great achievements when it comes to wrestling, hunting. But on a personal note, the man died wretched, poor, and lonely. So my father told me the story, and I asked him some other questions as related to why would such a man die wretched, poor, lonely, and abandoned. My father told me that while he was growing up, the man had great qualities. Number one, he was a man that was very skillful in hunting. He mastered the skill of hunting. He knew it to the core, and he performed incredibly well. He was more or less like a professor in hunting. That he wouldn't come back from his hunting adventure or hunting field without something worthwhile. In fact, he wouldn't come home empty-handed. He was known to be a fast shooter who never missed his game. So he was skillful. Number two, he was a man of speed. Like those days, they would shoot an animal and run after the animal. Because if you don't run, the animal might find a place to hide and eventually die or waste away. And sometimes such animal might even recover from the bullet. So the hunter has to be very fast. That man was a man of great speed. Number three, he was a man of physical agility, strength, and power. That sometimes some big animals like lion, you may have to wrestle with such animal even after you must have fired your gun. The man killed, according to my father, several python, leopards, and other wild animals or beasts in the forest. So he was physically strong rather. Then number four, he was a man with accuracy and precision. That he could trace an animal with a footprint or fingerprint, and he would tell you this animal is not far from here, it's within 1 or 2 kilometers, and he would trace the direction of the animal and eventually get such animal. So he was a master in his field as a hunter. And I asked my father what happened to him that he died wretched, poor, sickly, and in penury. My father said, one thing about him, whatsoever he got from the field, most times he would sell them before he got home. So, one, he wouldn't dress or package his game. So the value for the game was usually very low. People would buy it cheaply. With transporters passing by, he will raise the animal or the game and they will buy it cheaply. And once you have not dressed or packaged the game, the cost is usually very low. Number two, he was a man that was sold into wanton's living. He could throw a party, live with women, several women, drink alcohol, celebrate with friends and associates. So no plan elsewhere. He will always believe anytime I go back to the hunting field, I will always get some game or animals to bring back home. So he was living for today, never for tomorrow. Number three, he never had good plan for the future. No plan. What if in my old age I will not be able to hunt? What will I eat? He never cared about marriage. He never cared about having children. He never cared about conservation of strength, of resources, of assets. So, no plan for the future. Number four, the type of people he chose as friends or associates then were people with no future ambition, or were people that would always want to collect from him, exploit him, and leave him. Even most of the women he was going about with were those that would just live with him for a night or two and then leave him. Whoever will stay with him maybe for a week will lose interest and jump out. He will look for another woman entirely. So, and that was how he was living his life. So his associates were people that were just for the moment. When things were becoming difficult, they disappeared. Now, looking at this story, you might not be a hunter in a typical African community. You might be a director in a big company. You might be an owner of a business. You might be an employee in a petrol or Shell petrol company. You are in charge of money. You are a top director in a civil service. You are highly placed and highly paid. You have the speed, you have the agility, you have the mastery and proficiency of your field. But do you have plan for tomorrow? All the incomes coming to you today, you usually expend them or spend them on the spot. You could enter a beer parlor and spend millions of naira, thousands of dollars and pounds just to satisfy your friends and associates and enjoy the moment. You are that hunter. The women you go about with or the men you go about with are not those that are serious with you in terms of relationship. They just want to empty you, exploit you, and dump you by the roadside. You are that hunter. You are the individual so precise. You've worked with great organizations. In fact, international organizations are calling on you to come and work with them. But apart from your certificate, there is nothing you have. You've never sustained a good family. You can speak good English, but no family, no children behind that can sustain your legacy. No assets, no investment. The truth is, no matter your skill, no matter your speed, no matter your mastery and proficiency, no matter the qualities you have or possess, the time is coming there will be other competitors that will arise. The time is coming your skill will begin to decline. The time is coming you may no longer be relevant for your environment. The organizations that are calling you here and there may get a better hands or get a better hand to service their needs. Then you'll be left alone. What will you be sustained with in the future? I think there is a need for you to think. There is a need for you to make a better plan. There is a need for you to package yourself. There is a need for you to dress what you have to shoot up the value. There is a need for you to delay gratification and satisfaction. There is a need for you to conserve your energy and resources. You cannot continue this way. Alcohol and women, or even men, sexual promiscuity, careless living, frivolous spending, all these will empty you and turn you to a liability and not an asset. You should be much more concerned about your old age. What plan do you have for your children? What legacy are you setting or laying for them? If you think your children will be your gratuity or pension benefits, it is a great mistake you are making. The little resources and assets you've raised over the years should give a better platform and pedestal for your children. Don't be like that hunter in my village. He's dead and gone, but the salient lessons from his life remain till today. You can make a better choice. You can make a better decision. And with better plan, better arrangements, and when necessary, you make adjustments, you can have a better tomorrow. Till I come your way next time, I remain your partner in progress, Roland Adegoke.